Hello and welcome to Sethaldor's World of Warcraft Guides. We're going to do some raid analysis on the Omnotron defense system, which consists of 4 golems, Electron, Arcanotron, Magmatron, and Toxitron, each having their own elements as suggested by their names. First up tonight will be Electron. It is indeed random who is first and who comes out in what order. So we're going to run in and start tanking him. They each have 2 abilities. Electron's first ability will be shown here. I believe it is called Lightning Conductor. It will appear on the screen, and I will highlight it. Here it is. It's going to be on Drash RX, and what it does is it leaves an AoE debuff on you. Also, his second ability is a Chain Lightning, which was just displayed. Something to note about his AoE spell is it does not do damage to who was hit by it, but those around it. Also, keep in mind that you saw that Chain Lightning, which I pointed out there, which caused damage to not only Eloria the Hunter, but Dret because she was standing too close, which directly caused Silver, who I highlighted, to use a Prayer of Mending on Dret. That was a direct waste of Silver's mana due to poor positioning. Keep in mind this is our first night in here, so yes, many mistakes are made by everyone. There is the shield popping up on Electron, which is why you can't sit NDPS 1, you must change targets. They are not affected by solar beams, so keep that in mind. Also, you need to always be spread out. That blue pool on the floor is very vital. I will talk about it a little bit more in a bit. Just keep your eye on it. Arcanotron drops those blue pools, under himself, similar to the guy from Iron Council in Ulduar who drops the blue power runes under him, and he also throws out arcane barrages, which can be very dangerous, which you will see soon. So pretty much just DPS, 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 there's the blue pool, and this is why it's dangerous. Boom! I aimed a 50% culprit, that blue pool right behind him. Tasty, tasty damage. Up next is Magmatron, which has 2 nasty abilities. One right here, Do Not Panic. That is unavoidable fire damage that must be healed through on the whole entire raid. And here's his second ability called Acquiring Target, which you must stand still for, or this will happen. Yes. Dead. Because he ran behind me while he had Acquiring Target. Now, nothing against him personally. I'm sure I would have freaked out with a giant laser beam pointing at my face too. So nothing against him. Just pointing out, if you do indeed become the target of Acquiring Target, you must stand still. Everyone must move out of the way of the red laser, and you just need to be healed through it. That is your responsibility, to stand still. How easy is that? Alright, so we are going to wrap this up. Toxitron is indeed up. You can see his chemical cloud in the back. I'll be talking about that more in, I believe, the next attempt. Nice, tasty. There's Acquiring Target on Silver in the back. Wah, wah, wah. There's the wipe. Bummers. Alright, so moving on to the next attempt. Gradient Wipe. Wah! Arcanotron is the first one up. It's pretty nice when you have Arcanotron up by himself because of his power pools, which we'll be discussing very, very shortly, as he just put one down. Yay, how convenient. So, everyone in. Pop heroism, pop cooldowns, yum, 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 yum. Shoot him down. Effervescence at this time, as well as Holy Word Sanctuary, very good ideas. Very optimal group healing. Good job, Stitcher, on that Effervescence. Very intelligent choice of you to do that then. Again, when everyone can be in this power pool, it does give a massive mana regen. You can see the 250s that were popping up on me a couple seconds ago almost constantly. Very nice for the healers, as well as a high damage increase for DPS. There is, however, a downside to everyone stacking up. Specifically, if Electron is up, it's bad, but it can also be bad with Toxitron, as about to be displayed, the Chemical Cloud that just happened. Now, Chemical Cloud itself does not indeed do any damage, however, it increases damage taken by 50%, so that can be very, very dangerous. His other ability of Toxitron's is happening right now, which you can see, as little slimes begin to sprout up, and one decided to look at me with that Fixate debuff. Oh my gosh, and I didn't see it. There's my epic fail for the night, folks. Giant green oozing pool of humiliation, how you taste so good. So, what did we learn there, folks? Pay attention and run from green slime. Your sole job when targeted by a green poison bomb is to run the hell away. If you can indeed help with some instant casts by jump shooting, as a lot of PvP hunters are good at, or Moonkins in my case, with Moonfire, then by all means do so. But your 100% important job is to run away from those if you are targeted by them. And also, if you are not targeted by them but they are up, kill them. Kill them fast, kill them hard. DPS are good. Okay? They must die fast. Can't have them running around. So, we get Toxitron up first, followed by Electron, which is not going to be very tasty. A lot of AoE and bad group stuff happening, but hey, just gotta fight through it. Here comes the first set of slimes. This is a bit more effective round of slime. You'll see me switch to that one fairly quickly. You need to switch to these fast. If you are bad at switching targets, there is indeed a macro you can set up for these. Fairly easy target macro. Also, something important to note is these are affected by slows, but they are not affected by roots and knockbacks. So, as an example, when I used my Typhoon, the slime got dazed, but did not get knocked back. And that debuff you see on me, which is about to get cleansed, thank you, is from hitting him while he had Poison-Soaked Shell up, which was a mistake of mine. And there's Lightning Conductor from Electron. That Poison-Soaked Shell debuff does a fair bit of damage over time, and was because I was not paying attention. That is why you cannot sit and fight him. He spawned more ads. Ads need to die. Ads need to die. Etc., etc. Oh, double pool of humiliation. Tasty. Again, Lightning Conductor on me. Yay, lightning. So, pretty much just finishing this up. It's a fairly simple fight once you understand all of the abilities, all 8. It's really just being in the right place at the right time and switching targets fast enough. Mass group heals, ew. There is no enrage timer on this fight, which is why we try having 4 heals as the, I believe, last attempt I'm going to review. I do indeed get to do some group healing. Acquiring target going on in the back there, along with Chain Lightning, is not a tasty combination. So, with that in mind, we are going to finish watching this one. You'll see I pop a Tranquility as a Moonkin. Yes. Now, something else to note. This fire AoE is doing like 12k on average tick. My Tranquility as a Moonkin heals for about, I don't know. It heals for a fair bit. So it helps counteract that large raid-wide AoE by providing a large raid-wide hot. So timing things like that is very nice, very intelligent thing to do. And if you are a DPS and you have powers like that, do them. Such as a Ret Paladin with Holy Radiance, pop that right before he does this gigantic fire AoE of doom. If you're a Moonkin, pop Tranquility right before he does it. It's better to have everybody alive than for you to get a couple extra seconds of DPS in. Trust. So, going to finish up this attempt fairly quickly here, I believe, as Arkham is almost dead. We are short a Nyane, and here's the issue. 57,000 damage Arcane Barrage. That's why you can't tank him in there. So, this next attempt, I'm going to let you guys watch on your own with some audio, so that you can try to catch some of the stuff that I've pointed out for yourself. Enjoy. So I hope that puts your analyzing skills to good use and trial. As you can see, this is the other strat where we set ourselves up in a U in the front of the room, and he tanks the boss in the center, and then moves it to the side when the new one becomes active. So that's a little bit of us trying to play around, find what grooves and works for us. Yeah, so just gonna watch this, maybe throw in a few comments here. Here comes the slime phase. I get fixated first, and something... I am healing in this one, by the way. Look at how fast that slime went down. That was a very good job from the DPS switching and getting it down off the healer first. You need to prioritize with those. Something interesting that would be, I guess, fun to play around with is give someone who's really good at marking the authority to mark kill order for slimes as they come up, if you feel you need that extra level of order thrown into the mix. Something I did notice as a healer versus a DPS was sometimes the tanks would just drop. Like their health would go from, oh, he's fine, I got my hots up on him, to boom, health is very, very low. So the only thing I can figure is maybe that's the attack he does while he's standing in the blue, because he seems to get 1 or 2 attacks off while there's one standing in the blue power. Or maybe you just got out of the green chemical cloud. I don't know. It just seemed like there was some instability in the damage you started taking. It's a little awkward, but that's just me. Let's see, what else to talk about here? It's getting a little jumbled up here. If you're going to have a strat where everyone has a home point, if you will, people need to remember to go back to those home points when they are not having to move away from things like lightning conductor and etc. This is what I was talking about earlier. Drashnar just had to use lay on hands. He was almost dead randomly. It was really awkward, but you know, maybe that's just me not paying attention enough as a group healer versus tank healer. That could be the result. However, this fight is actually very fun. It provides a unique challenge that I haven't seen in a while since Ulduar, which was indeed a while ago, for those of you who are disagreeing. So that was a nice little taste, and it was very exciting. From a healer's perspective, it's more of a nuisance than anything, that AoE fire thing. It's not really enough to kill anyone, like the acquiring target is. It's just like, oh, hey, I'm going to make you freak out because everybody's bars are dropping. You know, it's not really anything super, oh my god, the world's ending. It's just kind of a, haha, I'm going to make you think the world's ending. It's very important to remain calm during things like that. The acquiring target does take a significant amount of healing, though. Lots and lots and lots of it, actually. Melee DPS definitely does not have an advantage in this fight compared to ranged, in my opinion. So keep that in mind when you are indeed building a raid group. The first 2 bosses can easily be done without melee DPS if you are trying to decide on whether or not to take a melee DPS. It really won't hinder or give you an advantage. The only thing I can say is when melee helps with the poison bomb slimes, that's a little risky, because if the one that it's looking at, speaking of poison bombs, if the person it's looking at doesn't run away and does indeed get blown up by it, then your melee DPS on it's going to get blown up by it too, because it leaves that AoE pool of humiliation, as you can see on the left side of the screen. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, tree form here. If you want to see a video on my tree form healing strat, which is actually quite simple, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you really don't care, then that's cool too. Something important to note is in the event that you do get the poison-soaked shell debuff from hitting him while he's got his shell up, that can be cleansed off if you can cure poison. So please call out to get that cleansed off, or expect it. Depends on your raid group. There's another fixate. It's a lot of the same, honestly, because once you get through the first rotation of them, they're just going to keep rotating through which 2 are up. So once you get it down once, you're good to go. Now, here's an issue. I mean, I've had the slime on me for way too long, and it's not even close to being dead. It's still on me. I'm still waiting. I had to call out and vent for them to kill it. And this isn't the only slime still up. That's the other one right there on the screen. I mean, those things need to be dead fast. They need to be out of the picture because they're forcing people to move, and if you're moving, you're not doing your highest DPS output, meaning that this is going to take longer than the healers have mana. And when that happens, you die from 101,000 damage of an arcane barrage, apparently. I'm betting he was standing in the blue pool. So, that's that. Just let you watch the last bits of this fight here, and bid you farewell as we get closer to the end. Slowly, one by one, we are all dying at the mercy of the Omnotron defense system. Mwahahaha. This is definitely a creative fight. Kudos to Blizzard for making this one. This was entertaining to do. It's nowhere close to impossible. This is definitely doable, and it's definitely entertaining to get done, or get close to 50% even. I think our best shot got him to 65-ish. Correct me if I'm wrong, guildies. Yeah, they have attempted this fight since this night, so good luck on them. Hope they get it down. If I'm not there, still good luck. And yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Sethaldor on the Silver Blade's Edge in the Guild Sacrilege on the character Taladorna on the topic of raid analysis of the Omnotron defense system. I love that name. Good job, Blizzard. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please thumb up, subscribe, comments, favorites, go crazy over, I don't know, tell your friends about me, please. You know the whole spiel. Yeah. Thanks everyone who's been supporting me. And can't wait to put another one out for you guys. This is really fun to do, even with an hour of footage to cut down. Alright, catch you guys later. See ya!